Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for September 16th, 17th, and 18th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, this is the introduction. If you're a first-time viewer, this is the introduction. I have this on all of the videos, but after watching the introduction at least one time, I hope you'll just then go down to the description where you can bypass the intro and go straight to whatever the reading is you want to go to. Now, a lot of people cross-watch by doing the same thing. Anyway, because this is the weekend reading, when I get there, I will be using my Radley Valentine Angel cards, my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I have pulled in my Doreen and Grant Virtue, the Abundance of Angels, or the Angels Abundance, no, the Abundance of Angels, and I will pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for this main reading, the introduction, I am going to use my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Colette Baron Reed the Good Tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Okay. Anyway, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself when I'm doing that praying and meditating to higher power, Source, God, Holy Spirit. That's who I call my connection. And I open myself, and whatever the words are that need to come out, they need to come out. Okay, and it's best when I really try not to understand that. That's when I start digging a little bit of a hole, and what did they say when you're digging a hole? Stop digging. Okay, anyway, or when you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. Anyway, so let's go back here now. I am going to go through some of what's going on in the planets per se. Not a whole lot, except we have those 6 planets retrograde. We are feeling that pressure, a lot of that pressure. We have the 2 planets, which is, what is it? It's Venus, which is in Virgo. That's going direct, and Mars in Gemini is going direct also. Now, on the 16th, we have the Sun in Virgo, which is opposing Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces. They're both at 24 degrees, so they really have a very strong opposition. So think of it as just think of it as 2 sides of a baton in many, many ways. Now, the interesting thing about this, and I kind of see the baton on fire a little bit, and people twirling it and throwing it. Anyway, my mind just went down there. Anyway, with Neptune opposing the Sun, Virgo opposing, this part of Pisces also, it's an interesting energy. There's going to be a lot of vulnerability. There's going to be a lot of sensitivity. There's going to be a lot of caring energy here. However, there is going to also be too much trusting, but at the same time finding things out that maybe we did not want to hear. Again, going back to that Saturn and Aquarius, delusionment. This is one of those times that if the deal seems too good to be true, hey, wait on it. Wait on it, okay? I really, there's some things going on also with Venus, which is in Virgo, Venus, the goddess of love, relationships, in Virgo, which is very, very practical energy. So if there's somebody you want to impress on the romantic side, maybe, do something to impress them as opposed to using your words. So, something to impress me, come and clean my garage. Not too romantic, but very, very practical. But there's other things. So there's other things with Venus, Venus in Virgo, and I think it's going to be also opposing Mars in Gemini. So that in itself, kind of overlaying all of this, there could be some very interesting and very erratic things going on with relationships, erratic things going on with how we are even feeling. Now again, Neptune and Pisces, what I was telling you about with the Sun, that in itself can be very very healing, very loving, very caring, but it can also make us feel very, very insecure. So it's an emotional weekend. It could go either way. It's not necessarily and I know we have Mercury in Libra. It's not necessarily a great time to do contracts. Okay. Again, there's something about, trusting the other person's word But if you have to, make sure you get a lawyer, okay, or whoever it is that you have look over your contracts. I don't do legal advice with this. Anyway, so it just seems like it's going to be an interesting weekend. It's not going to be it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a bad weekend. It's just going to be a very intensely emotional weekend, and it can go up or down. I told you that there was something with Venus and Mars, but Venus is doing other things with Uranus. Not in a bad place at all, but Uranus is always expect the unexpected. It's just one of those times that it's just going to feel very anticipatory, very, like I said, the expect the unexpected. People are going to be a little more volatile. We're not quite sure good, bad. There's going to be very loving people. There's also going to be people that want to take advantage of the situation. So the other part about it is we are coming closer and closer to, if you're in the northern hemisphere, the autumn equinox. The southern, it would be your spring equinox. But there's also a lot of very spiritual events that are also happening. And this is also a really intense time when the veil between the physical and the metaphysical world gets very, very thin. So we're really entering that time right now. So interesting times as always. Let's see what we've got going here. Let's see. Some people, that veil, I see people crossing the veil, crossing both ways. We'll see. 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards face down. Remember, court cards have dual energies. The pages have, the underlying energy for page is Earth, that is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, money, job, career. The Knight is the fire energies, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, passionate, burning, determined. The Queen has water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, and just very spiritual. And then the King underlying energy is air, and that is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Very thought-provoking, making plans, thinking things through. Doesn't always mean that they're right, but they do think it through. Okay, let's see what we have here. Anything reversed has stronger energies. First card is... Okay, here we are. Now, we have, this is rods or wands. This is the fire energy. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Very passionate, burning, very determined. This is the 9 of rods, the 9 of wands, the 9 of fire. 9 has a number, and numbers are very important. They can be used for dark energy, but we're using them for the lighter energy. We're basically claiming them for our positive energy. So 9 has a wrap up. It's you've got everything you've done everything you needed to do. Now all you have to do is just pull it together. Just pull it together. With this, the 9 of rods, the 9 of wands, again, everything has been completed. It has been very completed. However, he's gone through a little bit to make sure that he's finished what it is. So there is a little bit of a hardship. There is a little bit of a really working all those hours, just working to get something done. But now that he has gotten it done, he has to stand and protect what it is that he's done. Okay? And he's not necessarily going to back down. He's not going to necessarily give in either. This is taking a stand, and it's very much taking it is protecting your energies. It's also protecting what you've owned. Okay? So here we go. Next card is, now we have that old Hierophant, major arcana card. So 5 is about change, positive, negative change. The Hierophant has a very legalistic type of energy to it. At least that's how I look at it. Some readers will say, oh, it's you getting to your higher self. I look at it as more legalistic. These are the rules, whether they make sense or not, whether they are really God-given or not. These are the rules. So the rules are the rules are the rules. Now, it's very, and there is the supporters. Those are the people that will enforce or will make sure that the rules are taken care of. So the Hierophant to me represents the business part of, getting down to business with the spiritual or the legalistic type of energies around. Now, when I see the Hierophant, it kind of reminds me that I am somebody that will say, okay, I acknowledge you. I'm not necessarily acknowledging you. I know you exist, but I think I'm going to go over there. Now, so the Hierophant has an energy that's, again, it's very controlling, and if the rules are the rules are the rules. So it's interesting. Let's see what this next card is for this one. But again, the Hierophant, and with these, I don't know, what does this mean? This has a real strong connection. Let's see what the next one is. The Page of Cups. So interesting with this, though, we have the Page. Page, like I said, underlying energy is our earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. The cup energy is our water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The page is very eager to start. The page is very eager to jump in. A lot of times when we have pages of cups, knights of cups, it has something to do with budding romances, budding relationships. I'm kind of getting this very quizzical energy here. I'm getting this, and again, pages will do whatever needs to be done. They're in many ways, even though they're very young, they are fearless in many ways too. But I'm kind of like getting with this Page of Cups, and so what are we going to do now? Where are we going to go? What is it that we need to do? What is it that we need to know? So there's something here about holding fast. I don't know if this is because this is joined, or if there is a separation between this Hierophant. And the Page of Cups is kind of also like, so what are you going to do? I feel like the Page of Cups is giving personal responsibility to whoever is in this situation or whatever is in the situation. Remember, this is universal energies. And I feel like the Page of Cups are saying, so what are you going to do? Where, so there's always a choice. So there is always a choice. We may not like the outcome of the choices, or we may like the outcome of the choices, but I feel like it's just a very quizzical energy. So, many times we always see that little fish, but today I'm like, or it's almost like, and what am I going to do? What am I going to do with you? What am I going to do with you? So let's see. Let's go on and see what else we might have for the weekend's energies. Let's see. From our Colette Baron. So Holy Spirit, God, Source, Higher Power. What does this all mean? What does this all mean? Again, I do get, the Nine of Rods is always stand strong. Stand strong, and it's also defend your work. Defend who you are. Defend what you've accomplished. And don't back down. Don't back down. So, and I feel like, this is the guy that I'm always a little bit, and you know this. If you've been following me, I'm like, Hierophant. It's all rules and regulations, and many times rules and regulations that just don't make sense. And there we go. Card is falling out. Okay. This is actually quite a nice card. Excuse me. Here we go. Now I shrink. Anyway, this is the Seven of Earth. Okay. The 7 is a divine number. It is, divine overreach, umbrella type of energy. It is also divine intervention. It can also be divine interference. But it's like intervention, but yet you didn't really want it as much. So that's what interference is about. But again, this is the earth energy, Capricorn and Virgo and Taurus, and all of them have very strong influences this weekend here. The 7 of Earth is like whatever this is going on, you are ready. You're ready to either make that decision. You're ready to stand firm. You're ready to not back down. You're ready with whatever even this legalistic energy is about. Maybe you're going in front of, and again, no legal advice here. Maybe you're going in front of a, I don't know, a court of some sort, and, you have to present your facts. The thing about the Seven of Earth is you're ready, but you also have everything you need to be ready. Now, the Seven of Earth, kind of this is like you've planted your harvest. The weather's great. Just get ready because you're going to harvest your harvest soon, okay? But again, sometimes the Seven of Earth does mean there's a little bit of a delay, but just be patient. Be patient, especially with any of the emotional energies, because I feel like this is just this Neptune and all this Venus stuff, and it just feels like relationships will either come together or be stretched. I feel like people will either be doing the right thing or, they won't. It just feels very polar in many ways, but yet very clearing also. Okay? So, again, that's with my lovely little Saturn in Aquarius. This is always about seeing, the truth versus seeing the illusions. So we might, we will see what we will see. Let me know, please. I love the people that read with me, so let me know what you believe or what you see of this. Let me know who you think the Hierophant is, because, or what kind of energy, I should say, the Hierophant has. Okay? Okay. Anyway. Remember to comment, then do the like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell so you keep me going. Thank you all, and let's start our readings now. Hello, my Capricorns. Yeah, I just feel like tell everyone that you need to stay out of their drama, and they need to stay out of your drama too this weekend. I just feel like it's not a bad time for you to go someplace that you relax, that you find very spiritually comforting, and that you just really, can feel connected to the earth energies here, okay? And I think people need to stay out of your drama, but then you need to stay out of their drama too. And as long as you're both agreeable, it'll be a good weekend. Here we go. Let's see what we have for my Cappies. I did do all of the definitions and such for the energies in the introduction. So let's see what we have. Nothing is reversed. First card for my Capricorns. Now, okay, I do shuffle these cards. I do. And when I am putting the cards away, I place them in different parts of the deck. Each card. Nothing is together. So, why do I say that? Virgo just got the Empress also. The Empress as the first card on their drawing. So if you have, or on their reading, if you have any, this is why it's really good to look and find out your natal chart and then go and do some cross-watching to see if there's anything that's really coming across as a main theme. Okay, so the Empress, we have a 3. 3 has the power of 3, creativity. It's also celebration. It's also, like I said, the power. Say something, do something 3 times. Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel is the divine messenger, and and really wants to get this. I kind of feel like, like something, maybe in this dimension, maybe in the other, maybe this side of the veil, maybe the other side of the veil, really is trying to get your attention, my Capricorns. Just because they're trying to get your attention doesn't mean that you have to acknowledge them. In fact, but, it would help to acknowledge them and tell them to leave if you don't want them around. But, then they'll stop knocking at your door, per se. But I feel like somebody's trying to get your attention. It may behoove you to listen, though. To listen. It doesn't mean, though, you have to do anything that they say or ask of you, but you can always listen. Okay? Now, if you find that we're going down some paths here. If you find that by listening, then it just pulls you in to do something you don't want to do, then don't let them in your door to begin with. Anyway. So, but I do feel that this could be on the physical side, but I also feel this could be the metaphysical, because the Empress is, to me, Holy Spirit, feminine energy, feminine divine energy here. And, the Empress is always known to be pregnant, always known to be creating, a little bit chaotic, kind of Gemini type of energy, kind of like all these ideas, all these like thoughts, what am I going to do? I don't know if Gemini and the Empress are connected, but I just got kind of that, oh, let's do this. No, let's do this. But we have to do this first type of thing. But the Empress, especially with Mercury retrograde, is trying to offer you possibilities and solutions to make something right, okay? The Empress also tells you to be nice and kind to yourself and to also forgive yourself. So here we are. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Next card is the Four of Earth. So we have a 3, we have a 4. Now 4 is about stability, organization, leadership. Earth energy is your energy. It's also Taurus and Virgo, and yeah, all 3 of you have strong planetary movement going on right now. You're very strong in your energies right now. So kind of in your face, at least other people might feel that way too. So this is money, job, career, very tangible energy. This is that case of, where it's again, the word that comes to mind is always reciprocity. The more you give, the more you receive. Are you giving enough? Are you not giving enough? Also, too, it's kind of like watching over your money, things like that. Now, so it does have that tangible, but what we forget that we can have tangible energy when we're doing for others, too. But again, this is one of those things. Are we doing too much for others, or are we letting others do too much for us? Okay, so it can have something to do with money. It can have something to do with tangible. It can have also something to do with the energies you are giving out. So this is one of those times where you have to be a little more careful with your energies. And I told you, like, if you can come into agreement, I won't bring you any drama, you don't bring me any drama, then you have that balance. Okay? Okay, but it is not a bad time for you, my Capricorns, even though I wouldn't necessarily sign any contracts, but it's not a bad time for you to do business, okay? But you have to keep it to the business. Okay, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. And your last card here, Renewal. So this is the Judgment card. So we have that 2 energy, which is choices, paths, decisions, also coming together. 0 is God, Source, Holy Spirit energy. Just very spiritual energy here. Renewal, this is a time of, this would be the Judgment card in traditional tarot. So this is a time where you really have to look at yourself, look at what you've been doing, not necessarily pointing fingers at others. This is about you. This is about you, and it's about facing yourself, looking at yourself in that mirror, seeing all the good parts, but also seeing all the bad parts, or what you might consider to be bad parts, and accepting them and saying, well, this is who I am. And then once you come into that, it actually will empower you. It doesn't mean you have to be the bad person. I'm not saying that. Usually for you, my Capricorns, it's more or less forgiving what it is that did not come up to perfection in your eyes. Okay? So, your standard is here, and sometimes you see parts of yourself that maybe are down here. It's forgiving and it's loving those parts about you too. So let's see. Renewal, Archangel Jeremiah. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction, though. It's time to now move. And the Empress is probably going to give you that push. Except, like I said, stay away from the people that just, they might just suck your energy out, or, vice versa type of thing. Stay away from the people that bring drama into your life. How's that? Here we go. Let's see. What else do we want to say? Okay, sure. We'll take those cards. Here we go. They were just flipping on me. We've got actually. Okay, so let's go on here. And we're going to do it this way. Again, here we have. This did come up in Virgo. This is a 1. This is a new beginning, new start. This is a chakra, base chakra. This is out of the 7 known, really well-known chakras. This is at the root. This is at the security. It did come up in Virgo. It basically, childhood drama, childhood trauma, the love of a childhood too. So there's some good and bad with this, but it all comes down to security. So there could be a feel of maybe you're coming into a point of security, or maybe you're not feeling as secure as you should. However, let's see what our next card has. Okay, reversed. This is a 7. 7, this is a divine number. Umbrella, intervention, interference, stand your ground. Basically, now there is interesting that this would be around a full moon energy, or this is around an eclipse energy. I think we're past our eclipses for right now. But this is facing this eclipse, not being afraid. I hope he has eye gear on. And basically, kind of like come and get me energy here. Or no, you can't, no, I am strong. And it is, again, about standing your ground. Stay firm. Next card. This is reversed. Here is the 9. 9. This is, let's wrap it up. You've got everything you need. This is actually the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Water. This is the wish card. So if there's something that you've been wanting of the universe, think back to maybe your Pisces full moon. Maybe you put some wishes out there. This is the wish card. This is the fulfillment of wishes. So that in itself is very, very, very positive, and it all leads back to your sense of security. And also that has a lot to do with your confidence level too. Okay, let's see what the angels of abundance have to say for my Capricorns. Let's see, what do you want to tell our Capricorns, little angels? Angels of abundance. Here we go. Okay, this one's reversed. Oh, okay. Ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. And that's extreme. That's true. I've spoken about that. But you have to be the one. You have to say this. Okay, let's go back to this if I can read it. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. Ask for your needs to be met. I do that a lot. I do that a whole lot. Sometimes, though, I do add in some of my wants. Here we go. Let's see what crystals or energies we have here. What crystal or energy? The little angel's quite beautiful, actually. Quite pretty. Very contemplative at the same time. Okay, let's see what we've got. What we have here. Lapis lazuli. I just like saying that. Anyway, prophetic dreams. Releasing anger. I think that would be very helpful for somebody out there. Serenity. Grace. Okay, so my Capricorns, it's an interesting week for you also. Or weekend, I should say. So take a moment, please. Oh, comment. Let me know how you read this and what you made of it. So take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, my Cappies, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.